Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ghost and today I'm here on Walrus Island and I will be giving you some tips and tricks to IUH hunting. Firstly, I would like to say that these tips and tricks are not will not guarantee you an IUH. And no one else's tips will guarantee you one either. If it may work for you or for someone else and it might not work for another person, or if you use my tips it might not work for you, but this is what works for me. So step 1, we will go hunting while we talk. By the way, sorry to interrupt. Step 1 is to figure out what method you'll be doing. You can do reset, catch and reset, mass capture on all of the islands, check all of the islands, and there are many more. I use mass capture and reset most of the time. Step 2 is to find out what lassos work best for you. A lot of people use bronze, ruby, or topaz. I recommend using anything under like ruby or anything under that. So obviously if you're using the reset method, then you do not need to get lassos. Probably just keep 1 or 2 lassos on you at all times so that you can get an IUH you can catch an IUH if there is one on the island. Iron and bronze are the best lassos as they make your money back. They make you a lot of money back, but they are still easy to use and don't give you that much of a headache like stone or wood. Step 3, learn all the routes on the island. So obviously you can come up with your own route or you can use someone else's tutorials. I am making tutorials on how I do all of the islands and I have Blizzard done. It's not posted yet, but it will be by the time this video is out. So you can, if you don't know Blizzard yet, you can go and you can learn Blizzard with that tutorial. And then a lot of other lovely content creators that play Walrus Islands have many different tutorials and you can find one that is just right for you. Step 4, set aside a specific time to hunt. Obviously, you need time to hunt because you can't just get an IUH every single time you hunt for 2 seconds. So I would set aside maybe 30 minutes a day or an hour a day. It may not be that much time, but it will add up. And even if you set aside an hour a day and then you have more time over that hour, you can just play at that time, you know? Step 5, I would recommend getting a good hunting horse. Tekes, thoroughbreds, Arabians. Also standard breds do have good stats as well. Anything with good stamina or even good speed like thoroughbreds because they don't have good stamina. I typically use an Arabian because they are the best. They have about equal stamina and speed, but they have more stamina than they do speed. So I would recommend getting an OG stat 100% purebred Arabian or thoroughbred. But like I said, if you can't get one of those, possibly also an Teke because those have good stats as well. Here's an example. They have really, really good stamina and a little less speed than Arabians, but it's still really good. And then step 6 is just to hunt. Obviously, use your method. Don't wear yourself out. Don't hunt for 17 hours on end because that will wear yourself out. Like I just said, don't do that. And that's basically all the steps on setting up how you should hunt for your IUH. Again, it is basically all up to you how you IUH hunt and what you use to IUH hunt. And like I said, if you don't know the routes on your island, don't go to that island. But you need to learn the routes because not knowing the routes is like going into a minefield with blindfold on. It's still like, yeah. But anyways, I do have some tips for you. Those were the steps. These are the tips to IUH hunting, for IUH hunting. So my first tip is to take small breaks. Obviously, you can't just go on 30 hours without drinking a sip of water or taking a mini walk, because your back can hurt if you sit for that long. And I really recommend maybe like taking a 30-minute break, going on a walk. If you have a dog, take your dog on a walk. Going and like talking to your friend or your mom or your brother or whoever you can talk to. Just go do something that does not involve being on a screen, because you always want to stay healthy, and it can really hurt your eyes if you just stare at a screen for 24 hours. Tip number 2 is to adjust your settings where it is comfortable to your eyes. It doesn't matter if it's comfortable for anyone else, only your eyes. You can use someone else's, like, if someone has like a tip on how to do your brightness or whatever, then you can use that as long as it's good for you. Tip number 3 is don't strain yourself. Like I have been saying, take breaks. If you overwork yourself, you won't want to hunt. And that is not a good thing, because then you won't get IUHs. Tip number 4, I think, don't give up. This one is a really big one for people, because you may IUH hunt for, say you do IUH hunt for 24 hours and you don't get an IUH. People feel really discouraged. I always say keep a positive attitude and just keep hunting, because one, you're not going to get one the first time you IUH hunt. I mean, you can, but that doesn't mean you will. And it's basically all about luck and putting the work in. You make your luck by putting the work in. So just don't give up and don't feel discouraged when other people get IUHs. Be happy for them. Congratulate them. Everyone deserves an IUH. And then, I don't even know what tip we're on, but another tip is to watch a movie, a video, or a stream on the side. Obviously, this one is very self-explanatory, because like that's a tip that almost everyone gives during their IUH tips video or whatever. If you are IUH hunting and you have nothing else to do, or you are like just sitting in your house, turn on your TV, watch a little movie while you IUH hunt. It will keep you more focused, it will make you get less bored, and it will make you want to IUH hunt. Especially if you watch a stream. When I watch a stream, it makes me want to IUH hunt. Another tip is be happy for others / keep a positive attitude, like I said. By being happy, like instead of being sad when another person gets an IUH, like instead of looking at someone else's diamond quarter horse and being like, I want that. I never get IUHs. Don't do that, because that is just putting yourself down, and that's just being like, oh, I'm never going to get an IUH because everyone else gets good ones and I get nothing. That's just putting yourself down. That's putting you in a bad mindset, and that's making you not want to IUH hunt. Never say that. No matter how long you've been IUH hunting, I don't care. Toss it out the window. Toss your 2 years out the window for a second and think about the good times that you've had in Walker's Highlands. Keep a positive attitude. Finally, just have fun. Again, like I said, you can have fun so many different ways. Hunt with a friend. Watch movies. I like showing my dad my progress. every time I see him, I will show him my newest IUH or my newest mismatch. Or if I don't even have one of those, then I will show him my old IUHs and my old mismatches again. And he loves seeing them. And it gets me excited to IUH hunt and try and get another IUH so I can show him what I did myself. So basically another thing with that is make goals, because that's kind of like a goal for myself. Every time I see my dad, I want to get a new IUH before I see him. Obviously, I'm not going to get that every single time, but I'm fine with it because my dad is still happy to re-see all of the horses he already saw. Keep a positive attitude. Have fun. That's what I'm saying. That is the end of this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed these tips, and I hope they have helped you. Obviously, a couple of you will take this with a grain of salt, and you will keep going around and saying, I haven't caught an IUH in 2 years. I haven't caught an IUH in my entire time of playing Lost Islands. But I hope that some people who have been saying that take this and actually let it sink in. I'm not saying that you're a bad person for saying that. I get it. I used to say it all the time, and then I figured out that by saying that, I was putting myself down, and I was putting others down because I was making them, like, upset. Like, if I was on someone else's post saying, oh, I've never gotten an IUH, I curse you because you've got an IUH and I don't. Like, that's just putting someone else down. So, that is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed, like I said. Sorry for getting a little bit into that. But yeah, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, everyone.